bags where heart lies.
What's up, body bags? This week was Blue Underground week, and a lot of the Blue Underground movies that I own were already covered on body bags and stuff, so I had to pick one that I actually didn't own. And that was the New York Ripper, and I actually watched it off YouTube. They had a bunch of they had like a bunch of different language versions on YouTube and stuff, but I checked it out, and it was a first time watch for me because I actually haven't watched a lot of Lucio Fulci stuff. But I'm glad I really did watch that one because I actually really enjoyed it a lot. It was filmed in '87, or released in '87, and it basically takes like the Jack the Ripper murders and puts them in New York during the '80s. And this is at the time during like Maniac and stuff, where like New York was real grimy, and they had like adult theaters on every corner and all that stuff. And it was just a real seedy version of New York. And one thing too is all the deaths, like it's a very sleazy movie, like real sleazy. Like every death kind of feels like a softcore porno or whatever to some point until the death, and then there's a lot of hot women. I mean, it's a pretty straightforward thing. It's kind of a whodunit, trying to figure out who the killer is. I mean, you don't see the killer throughout the whole movie except like you see his deaths by like the knife holding the hand and stuff, but you're always trying to guess who the killer is. And that's what I do like about this movie, is that there's a lot of like red herrings, a lot of twists. You know, this whole movie you're trying to think of who the killer is, who the killer might be. And it was kind of surprising at the end, so I did dig that. And another thing I wanted to bring up that was a huge plus was I really like the effects, kind of. I just like the whole vibe of it. I love serial killer movies and stuff like that. And this is basically, you know, a serial killer movie pretty much. I mean, it's not true or nothing, but based kind of off true stuff with the Jack the Ripper thing. But yeah, from what I hear, a lot of people saying that I get like different mixed things. People say this is one of Fulci's best movies. And then I read a lot of stuff where people say this is one of Fulci's worst, like the decline of, you know, when he came and I guess he did all these New York movies and stuff. But yeah, I really dug the movie. I mean, there's not really that much negative stuff I could say about it. I mean, there's a couple slow parts and times, but I mean, that's really it. I mean, I'm gonna buy the Blu-ray here eventually because I want to see the HD transfer and stuff, because I saw a not so good transfer on YouTube. One thing I did want to bring up too about it is the way the killer like talked throughout it was kind of bizarre. Like he sounded like Donald Duck and was like quacking and stuff, and it was a little strange, but I kind of dug it. But yeah, there's not much else I could say about it. I dug the score. I just love the whole vibe. I have a feeling a lot of this movie wasn't filmed in New York though. I don't know, I just get that vibe, like it looks like New York and stuff, but there's some parts of it that don't look like New York, so I don't know exactly all the locations it was filmed. But if you like movies like Taxi Driver and Maniac and like seeing New York and that gritty kind of thing, then you'll dig this movie, because this is like Lucio Fulci was trying to think I do like a detective type story. It's like a real gritty, brutal detective story. But yeah, it's definitely worth a watch if you're a fan of Italian horror, you know, Got American or whatever, you know. Lucio Fulci's a classic, so everyone should know about him, you know. Everyone should have seen this. I didn't see it till now, which is was a shame, but hey, at least I got to see it now. I'm definitely going to buy more Lucio Fulci stuff. I think the New York Ripper came in that 3-pack that came out for Blue Underground not too long ago that has 2 others, like City of the Living Dead maybe, and something else. I don't remember. But yeah, I'll pick that up and review it or whatever. But anyways, guys, I'll see you next week. Peace.